Libra, happy day, friends. We're going to go ahead and take a look to see what is in store for you for the week ahead. I don't know why I felt inclined to pick up this deck first. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But if anything does come up that I forecast for you in the week ahead, you'd be best served to take my advice, all right? So we got guidance. It's time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. You are encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected. Libra, if you haven't already, definitely do take a look at your November reading to see what the overall insights for you for the month ahead were. But also be sure to tap in with your Messy Monday reading as well. What was the Libra reading about? Right, the caption to your Messy Monday was, it's like it's someone's job to try to ruin your life. So there was a message there about releasing. I could give you some extra clarity, but let's get into it. I'm almost ready to call it, Libra. Be patient. I feel like this is the quietest I've ever been pulling cards for a weekly reading. And I can honestly say that I'm not really... Usually spirit is like talking and things of that nature. And not to say that the guidance won't hit, 'cause baby, it'll always hit if it's supposed to for you. But it's almost like you're here, but you're not here. You know what I'm saying? Where even in the week ahead, something about your day-to-day things that you do, like how you take action, the things that you're actively pouring your time and energy into, something about that is in significant need of balance here this week, Libra. And so if even now at this moment, you're like, bro, I need space to think, space to breathe, space to figure it out, I need an impromptu vacation, I need mental health time, or whatever this is here, I definitely would encourage you to take it. I think that there's a significant need for balance, but you also may just need to be present here this week and focus on what spirit has to say to you. Time to go. Did like a full-blown somersault in the deck as I was shuffling. A shower of abundance. I feel like, truthfully, Libra, the only energy that's on the table here is about feels and like emotional highs, but also needing to balance that with what you do. Like it's almost kind of giving burnouts. The new partner card is at the bottom of the deck. So whether the burnout is taking place in your relationship, if it's taking place in your friendships, if it's taking place with your own personal self-worth and things of that nature, it's time for you to really not focus as heavily on that and figure out how you can shift what you do to match how you're feeling sometimes or how you're hoping to feel at all times. And I think that there's a lot of permission that's going to need to be given. I feel like I've been reading tarot for 5 years, y'all. And I've been, like, I'm a certified life coach. I keep saying these things because it's important to give that level of perspective. You know what I'm saying? And I will say that typically the elements, you are an air sign. You, Gemini, and Aquarius. Y'all are air signs. It's 3 of y'all. The energy for the elements, which is why I group you guys by days and I pull, it's almost always synonymous. And for all of the air signs this week, there was a significant warning of burnout and overextending yourself. And even for you, we got majors on the table, but the major cards that are present for your weekly reading, Libra, let me know that there's balance and that you really need to change the way that you view right or wrong, good or bad, left or right, up or down. And that shifting your level of understanding and perspective is going to be pivotal in your ability to change the way that you're overextending yourself and match your action with your level of happiness, either that you need, deserve, or otherwise. I feel that part of the reason why you're even continuing, Libra, and while you'll find yourself doing it here this week, and I hope that me giving you this guidance is the thing that's causing you to pause and actually reflect, especially if you're not aware. You like, yeah, I do feel burnt out. Yeah, I do feel happiness in some areas of my life or sometimes, but most of the time I'm stressed, I'm tired, I'm ready to go. That means you need to stop and figure out what you need to do differently. Not that you need to keep powering through the burdens and powering through the stress and powering through the lack of balance until something changes. You have to be that change. And I feel that you're really blocked in a lot of ways in your life. You're experiencing that more negative side of things because you need to change what you do. And it's so crazy because even when I was at the spiritual shop a few weeks ago, I had some herbs I needed to pick up for a client. Someone randomly just started talking to me, which was funny to me because he's like, do you know anything about this stuff? I think something backfired. And so I asked the details. Lucky for him, I'm well versed. This is my work. This is what I do. And intuitively, your girl's tapped in. He starts explaining to me like what he did, why he did it, and why he thought it backfired. What I determined, like right off back, Spirit even said it, but the more he talked, it made sense. Nothing negative had happened to him. He felt so guilty about the decision to take action to protect himself that he was trying to make himself believe that something had gone wrong. Guilt that is one powerful fucking emotion. And sometimes we begin to think that guilt is like what's inhibiting us from happiness is everything else, or that it's us. It's the fact that you feel guilty about wanting to be happy. It's the fact that you feel guilty about the fact that you feel overburdened. It's about the fact that you feel like you shouldn't be able to make changes and make decisions to shift. It's the fact that you're neglecting your value. Neglecting your value. Not advocating for self, not using skills, or not trying, underestimating your abilities. When things feel off, Libra, you get the fuck up and you move. Today I went to go vote, and I actually taped my I voted sticker onto my shirt, because whatever. But it was it was so difficult for me to even be able to go and vote today. I hadn't updated my address and things of that nature, and it was like a lot of running around, which if I should have spoke the fuck up. I let them people tell me and I knew better. But I had to drive through the neighborhood that I first lived in when my husband and I moved to Memphis. The ghetto. And if you know anything about Memphis, Whitehaven, right off South 3rd, where it's been 6 years since we landed in that house, and it's been 5 years since we moved out of that house. I now live in a neighborhood where I know that the majority of my immediate neighbors, this is their forever home. It's a stepping stone for me. And I'm saying all of that, Libra, to you to say, I would not have experienced that growth if I became complacent with life. I always try to look for opportunities to create balance. Don't allow yourself to believe that because society says difficulties and turmoil and unhappiness at a job and unhappiness in a relationship, that all of those things are normal. Don't let that stop you from striving for better. You're going to have to give yourself permission to do that here this week. Be sure to watch your monthly reading, Libra. Watch Messy Monday. I hope you enjoyed this. Book a reading if you need one. Feel free to send me a tip. The link is in bio and description box. Believe it or not, y'all, people do send tips, and I think it's the coolest thing. And we'll text about it if you do. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know why I felt the need to tell y'all that. I heard someone ask, who the fuck is really sending tips? Lots of people. It's beautiful. Anyway, that's what I got, y'all. I'll see you guys again on Monday for Messy Monday. Maybe on Saturday. Maybe on live. I don't know. Drop the Libra sign below. Love you, bye.